Charges refiled hours after judge throws out case against ex-Philadelphia cop in Eddie Irizarry shooting. Philadelphia, CBS. Charges have been refiled against Mark Dial, the former Philadelphia police officer seen on video shooting Eddie Irizarry last month, just hours after a judge threw out the case. Tuesday, Dial is, once again, facing charges, including murder, voluntary manslaughter and aggravated assault, according to the district attorney's office. The charges in Irizarry's death were initially filed after surveillance video and police body camera footage showed Dial opening fire multiple times as Irizarry sat in his car on a Kensington street. Tuesday morning, Judge Wendy L. cited a lack of evidence for throwing out the case after a preliminary hearing. Graphic videos showed Dial and his partner pull up in a police vehicle next to Irizarry, who had parked on the 100 block of East Willard Street in Kensington on August 14. Dial is seen exiting the police cruiser before shouting at Irizarry to show your hands, and adding, I will effing shoot you. He then fired multiple shots at Irizarry as he sat in the driver's seat. It was an emotional day in the courtroom and Dial cried twice as the videos were played. Dial's partner, Philadelphia officer Michael Morris, who was driving the day of the shooting, testified at the preliminary hearing on Tuesday where he said Irizarry had been speeding, swerving, and driving the wrong way down a one-way street and stopped. Morris says the pair never activated their sirens and their intent was to initiate a traffic stop. Related, body camera footage shows Philadelphia officer fatally shoot Eddie Irizarry. Officer charged with murder Morris said he saw Irizarry had a knife and was holding it against his right leg, pointing towards his knee. He then saw him gradually bring it upwards. Initially, Morris said that he was vocalizing that Irizarry had a knife. I screamed that he had a knife, said Morris, adding the knife had a black metal handle that could have been mistaken for a gun. Later, on cross-examination with the defense, Morris seemed to waver as to whether he said gun and then knife. The defense argued that from Dial's vantage point, the knife could have looked like a gun. They also argued that Dial was retreating as he was shooting, showing there was no premeditation. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than attorneys for Irizarry's family previously said they intended to file a wrongful death lawsuit against the city and Dial. The release of the body camera footage came after attorneys Shaka Johnson and Kevin O'Brien played surveillance video at an August 23 news conference that contradicted the initial police account that Irizarry was outside of his car and lunged at officers. Police changed their account of the shooting a day after reviewing body camera footage. The parties were brought before a judge in a Philadelphia courtroom for a preliminary hearing on Tuesday. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than the defense, meanwhile, has blasted Krasner's decision to charge Dial with murder. Sitting at the defense table, Dial dabbed his eyes with a tissue as prosecutors played video of the fatal shooting from Morris's body-worn camera. District Attorney Larry Krasner has called bodycam videos from Morris and Dial crucial evidence in the case, saying they speak for themselves. Irizarry's family has said that Dial deserves a long prison sentence. When police officers ordered him to show his hands, he instead produced a weapon and pointed it at an armed police officer. Lawyer Brian McMonigal told reporters this month. In no world are those facts murder. Dial, a 5-year member of the force, was suspended with the intent to dismiss after officials said he refused to cooperate with investigators.